Welcome to Faith in 5, a weekly video devotional designed to discuss practical spiritual concepts in 5 minutes or less. I'm your host, Mark Vandella. A couple weeks ago, I stood in line to get some ice cream. And I always either go Superman if I want it in a cone, or I go with a banana split flurry blizzard kind of deal. It's the best of both worlds. You get the banana split, but it's all in one. And I was watching this other kid who was in line, and his mom said, "Do you want chocolate or vanilla?" As if there were only two choices, right? But she said, "Do you want chocolate or vanilla?" And he looked at her and he said, "Both." And I thought to myself, it struck me, it's not odd for a kid to want more than what his choices are, but it struck me that that kid actually will probably change this world. Because he realized that it doesn't have to always be either or, right? Chocolate swirl, it's both. There's so many cool things in our world that are the combination of great things. If you stop and think about it, a lot of them are food-based because the food industry always is looking for ways to do salt, savory, and sweet, right? One of my favorite ice creams I ever had was actually chocolate ice cream with jalapenos. It makes no sense, but it was amazing. It doesn't have to be either or. If you stop and think about some of the best inventions of all time, I remember having a conversation with a friend about the fact that I was carrying a Palm Pilot and also had some kind of music device like an iPod. I said, why can't these be together? And then you add the third component of a phone. Well, the best combinations. It doesn't have to be either or. It can actually be both and. And so we're starting a series called And, where we're going to look at the power of and, the times that we have two things that seem like they're dichotomous. How do we stand in the middle and benefit from both? And today's lesson is about leadership and followership, both leading and following. See, in our culture today, we talk a ton about leadership, and we talk about what that looks like, and we really put leaders on a pedestal, which is a really good thing. But by doing so, we also negatively talk about followers. They're just a follower. They'll always just be a follower. They can't lead. And so it has to be one or the other when we talk about it most of the time. But it doesn't. In fact, I've taught a couple courses on leadership. I taught adjunct professor at a university that it was on the principles of leadership. We talked about the definition of a leader and what it looks like to be a leader. And it was never an either or, that you either were a follower or you were a leader. It was always both. See, leading, the definition of leading actually includes followers, right? If you're leading, you need to be leading something or someone. But it should also very much include, if you're going to lead well, you also need to be a follower. See, Jesus set this example. He tells his disciples in Matthew 4:19, he says, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." It's both follow and lead. If you follow me, I will show you how to lead others. Jesus is saying it doesn't have to be either or. You either choose to follow me or you lead forever. No, it's both and. And so one of the things that when we think about our faith and we consider what impact our faith is going to have on this world, we have to look at both. We have to be equal parts, leader and follower, because Jesus asked us to do that. He said, "Come follow me, and I will show you how to impact others' lives." And so as you consider your faith, as you consider how you're going to live this out, ask yourself two questions. One, who am I leading? Who do I have influence on? Who can I have impact on? Because I believe everyone leads in some way, shape, or another. Not only who am I leading and how am I going to impact them, what am I teaching them? What am I leading them towards? And then the second question that once you're leading is harder to answer is, who are you following? Jesus is always the right answer, right? It's the Sunday school perfect answer. But more than that, who are you following? Who's leading you? Who's your mentor? Who's your coach? Who do you regularly follow? What podcasts are you listening to? What books are you reading? Who is your pastor? Who is your small group leader? How are you following so that you can be a better leader? Jesus set that standard from the very beginning. Come follow me first, and then you will lead and you will impact people. So this week, as you live out your faith, as you think through how you're going to engage God this week, consider both sides of that coin. How are you following and how are you leading? Because if you stop following, you stop leading well. Jesus asked us to do both.